Gavin Newsom never saw this coming.
Nobody wants President Newsom either. Nobody believes in that guy. He's just a politician.
Over the past few weeks, old clips of California's governor have resurfaced online, and social media has gone into overdrive dissecting what kind of person he really is.
The question is very simple, ladies and gentlemen. If you can't trust Gavin with his best friend's wife, how can you trust him with your state?
And today, we're covering it all. By the way, we just launched this channel, and we'll focus solely on debates. So, if you believe truth isn't partisan, hit that subscribe button, and let's jump right into it.
Nobody wants President Newsom either. Nobody believes in that guy. The guy's a con man. I mean, everything he did in California, from trying to mandate vaccines for kids, when it was totally unnecessary, to being caught out in public without a mask and lying about the fact that he was outdoors.
Yeah.
All of it. It's just, nobody believes in that guy. He's just a politician. Just a stone-cold, narrative-driven politician. You know, and it's, nobody thinks he's a real human. Whether you like Trump or not, whether you think he's corrupt or not, that's a human being. You know what that guy is. With Newsom, you got like this construct, this cardboard cutout of a person. It's just, I don't think people want that.
Despite everything Joe mentioned, that only scratches the surface with Newsom, because once you look closer, a much worse picture starts to form. Take California's utility giant PG&E. The company has been blamed for major wildfires, including the 2018 Camp Fire, which destroyed the town of Paradise. The following year, they agreed to a $13.5 billion settlement with the victims from that and other fires. They also happen to be longtime donors to Gavin, and one book claimed, over the past 2 decades, Newsom and his wife have accepted at least $700,000 in donations from PG&E. And once he got elected as governor, he spearheaded a legislative bankruptcy deal that allowed the utility to continue operating, then signed $21 billion in new insurance protections for them into law. That was effectively a bailout. Again, this is just the surface. Here's how he reacted when a reporter asked about his history with alcohol.
So I'm asking about the attack on the Yale students over New Year's, and it's kind of spreading across the country. A couple other, some news outlets in other countries are picking it up.
And it's a good reminder how important it is to remind our parents to be good stewards of underage drinking.
I appreciate that. The only other question I have is, it hasn't been a very easy week for you, and I wonder whether you have any comment on the Mateer and Roth story about the drinking.
Thank you very much. That was a great cheap shot.
You can't help yourself. You cannot. Just know, for the record, it's increasingly impossible to have a conversation.
The mayor was out there. The mayor was out there.
So just know it's not personal when I walk by you. You just send some other reporters. It's going to be a lot easier now.
Mayor's not personal here either.
Towards Channel 7.
I'm sorry?
You keep missing consistently a lot of facts because your opinion is so enthusiastic to get in the way on particular facts. And then, let me tell you, the investigation was not helped by a lot of things that are in the report, misstating that factually as well.
It's just a story, Mayor.
That was a meltdown for the record books. And the timing explains a lot. Around the same period of this interview, reports surfaced that Gavin was dating a new girlfriend who was 20 years old. While she was legally an adult, California law prohibits alcohol consumption under 21. That detail matters because a photographer later captured the young woman at an event holding a wine glass, where Newsom also made an appearance. And Gavin told the reporters back then, "I've got to deal with all kinds of terrible calls from reporters doing horrible things that are mean-spirited." Mind you, those photos quietly vanished from the photographer's blog. Then, just a few months later, an even bigger scandal erupted. Newsom was exposed for having an affair with his campaign manager's wife. So let's see how he handled that situation.
Thank you all for coming here on short notice. Want to make it clear that everything you've heard and read is true. And I am deeply sorry about that. I've hurt someone I care deeply about, Alex Turk, his friends and family, and that is something that I have to live with and something that I am deeply sorry for. I am also sorry that I've let the people of San Francisco down. They expect a lot of their mayor, and my personal lapse of judgment aside, I am committed to restoring their trust and confidence, and will work very hard in the upcoming months to make sure that the business of running the city is framed appropriately. I also want to extend a personal apology to everyone in our administration, to my staff that I just met with, to my friends and my family members. I am deeply sorry.
That apology has to rank among the most insincere ever delivered. Just listen to his voice. Completely robotic, totally scripted, and this wasn't some minor slip. It involved his own campaign manager's wife, which made the fallout serious at the time. ABC even wrote at the time, political insiders predict that more revelations about the scandal could emerge, potentially damaging Newsom's re-election campaign. They couldn't have been more wrong though, because just a few months later, Gavin went on to win by 73.66% of the votes. Not only did he survive, he also went on to be elected into higher offices. But just like he's destroyed California's financial health nowadays, San Francisco was essentially a test run. And when a CBS reporter confronted him about the damage done there, he completely lost it, saying this.
The mayor used the occasion of the city's $500 million deficit to start doing interviews again. But of course, we began with questions about his uncharacteristic absence from the public limelight.
Mr. Mayor, good to see you. Let me start by asking you, where have you been? $522.2 million shortfall. Last year we had a 570.
Wait a minute.
5.6. Hank, I'm here to talk about tomorrow, today and tomorrow. Not yesterday. I've been working my tail off. I've been out. I think I had 69 public events in the last 2.5 weeks.
You know, I heard you say that on the radio today,
yeah.
And then I asked your staff, well, where's the printout? Where are these events? And your press person said, well, this is stuff he just goes to.
Yeah, these are all public events, yeah.
But then, when it was time to talk about the city's finance problems, Newsom seemed out of patience.
Deficit, $522 million.
Yeah, it's a big deficit.
What does this mean?
It's just a big deficit, a lot of work ahead of us.
Tell me about that.
Yeah, just got a lot of work ahead of us, big deficit.
At the end, he couldn't leave the room fast enough.
Off the record, I'm amazingly disappointed. Amazingly. I just am, personally, you know?
It's funny how he started the interview by talking about the deficit, then walked away the moment he was pressed to explain it. As I said, what he did in San Francisco was just a preview of what came next statewide. And the thing is, despite all the massive spending, he has so little to show for it. You see, during his time as governor, the state spent $24 billion on homelessness, and it only led to the homeless population growing. Imagine having such a track record and now being floated as the frontrunner for the Democratic nomination for the 2028 elections. Let me know in the comments your thoughts on the story. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and remember, keep thinking.